Welcome to Uruk's Hollow!
Hey, what's up everyone, it's Uruk's Hollow again, and today I got some really exciting information for you guys. So a few weeks ago, Monolith released a patch for Shadow of Mordor after nearly 3 years after its release. The patch had different file sizes between all systems and was also different between the Standard and Game of the Year editions. For a while, the Monolith developers were very elusive as to what this patch did, but those of us who knew patches aren't cheap to roll out knew it had to be something big, and we just got to see what it is. No other than the Nemesis Forge, a new game mode to allow players of the first game to bring their ultimate nemesis and most loyal follower into Shadow of War. So there are a few things to point out about this. The most evident thing is that the nemesis they had in the video trailer changed voices between games. We know that Monolith is changing the personality roles between voice actors for the sequel, and this Uruk is probably one of the personalities affected by this change. There are many others that will also be affected, so expect some of your imported Uruks to sound a little different when you encounter them for the first time in Shadow of War. On a different note, the fact that we can import Uruks means scarce and likely most, if not all, captain appearances we saw in the first game will also be on the sequel. So now I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the Nemesis Forge. You can find this new mode under the Trials of War. After going in, you will notice that you will be in the Northern region. You cannot leave this area, but all your memorable Uruks from Udun will be here, so you don't have to worry about that. You also have all abilities and upgrades unlocked while you are playing the Forge, as well as any runes you have collected from the campaign or the trials, but you cannot earn new runes while you are on this mode. So how does this work? The Forge takes a snapshot of your current save and takes the 25 Uruks that you have interacted with the most in the campaign, both enemies and allies, and puts them in the same hierarchy. If there are fewer than 25 Uruks, then the game will randomly generate the rest, and if you start a brand new save, then you will get all random Uruks. Your current nemesis is marked with an orange flaming symbol, and your most loyal follower has a white hand icon. This is how you will identify who will be imported into Shadow of War. I also noticed that the Forge normally sorts all Uruks from top left to bottom right according to how much you interacted with them. So expect your nemesis that killed you like 20 times to be on top left as a war chief. You can interact with anyone the same way you would normally in the campaign. You can kill them, you can get killed, you can brand them and all that stuff. If they die in the Forge, they do not die in the main campaign, so you don't have to worry about it, they died in a lame way. This brings me to the Reforge button. If you use it, the game will erase the previous Forge and take another snapshot of your current save. If you have not touched the campaign much after doing the first Forge, then it is likely your new one will look very similar to the first one. It seems this mode sometimes revives dead Uruks. I have seen a few, especially followers, but for the most part dead ones have stayed dead for me. And that's it for the quick walkthrough. Throughout these days I will continue to experiment with this mode and see what I can find, how it can be manipulated and all sorts of stuff you would expect from me, of course. Before we wrap this up though, sad news for the world, as Ratbag cannot be brought into the Forge. So far, no matter what I try, the game refused to let him in. This means we won't be seeing him in Shadow of War, unfortunately. Despite that, I will keep trying to get him in, and if anything comes up I will let you guys know. And that's it for this time. Make sure to share your nemesis and follower with me at Uruk's Hollow on Twitter, Facebook, or on the Xbox Club Palantir of Mordor. I want to see what you have created, be it an insanely scarred Uruk that hates you or a nicely painted loyal war chief. Thanks for watching as always, and stay tuned for much more here at Uruk's Hollow.
Bye bye, Talk. See you again soon.